Skin Hardaway, SouthernTea, and I'm back. And I know it's extra late today, and I also know I never go on this late. But I had to go on today because I ain't go on yesterday, and I ain't want y'all to think something happened to me. So I had to go on, and I wanted to talk about real quick because I ain't gonna be here long because I already went on late. I ain't gonna be here long. I've been out all day anyway, so I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired to be real. But I had to come on once again for the fact that I didn't go on yesterday, and then so I couldn't have the 2 straight days where I didn't do nothing at all. And I heard I heard that Bud Crawford interview, in which Bud said a lot. Bud said a lot in the interview. Bud said and I know that it's titled Canelo and JerMELL, but I'm gonna get to this go play into that. Bud said a lot in that interview, right? And I'm not even gonna get into I'm not even gonna get into Bud saying. I'm not even gonna get into Bud saying that even if Spence gave him 50-50 that the fight probably wouldn't happen. I'm not even gonna get on that sad ass news because that news is really just fucking depressing. To be perfectly honest with you, the thought that the thought that we won't be getting Bud versus Earl, that's real disheartening to me. But I ain't even gonna talk about that. I'm here to talk about the other thing that Bud said, and that was that Canelo Alvarez lately ain't been fighting competition, or that Canelo Alvarez don't fight. That Canelo Alvarez only fight white fighters basically. It's basically what Bud said. He said he don't fight black or Mexican. He don't fight black or Mexican fighters, and he basically said that his resume wasn't all that, and a lot of Bud got a lot of backlash for that. Bud got a lot for that. You know what I'm saying? People, didn't take to that too well. So they gave me some time to myself to sit and think to myself, is Bud right about Canelo? Is Canelo, I said Canelo, it's late, y'all, it's late. Is Canelo's resume, really just smoking mirrors? Is Canelo, not fighting, black and Mexican fighters and all that, and I found it interesting that resume is a funny thing, given the way you want to use a resume, you could use it for your argument or you could use it against your argument, right? So in the case of Canelo, people, there are many, that like to say that Canelo Alvarez has the best resume in boxing. And then, they'll get to naming people like, hold on, let me go get a drink real quick. I'm sharing my stuff too, y'all, by the way. Give me a second. Be right back. Give me a second, y'all. All right, okay, my bad, my bad. What's up, Rich? What's good? What's good? Appreciate you stopping through. If you would, Rich, while you're here, could you hit that like button for me? You know, you hit that like button for me. I ain't gonna be here long tonight. And I know I'm late, bro. I know I'm late. I know I'm late. I wasn't I was planning to go on, as you saw all day, at 8:30. But man, shit came up. Shit came up. So they ended up pushing my time back. And then I was just finna say the hell with all of it. I was just finna say the hell with all of it, bro. But then I was like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go on. Whether or not I stay on long or not, I'm gonna go on because I ain't been on in a couple of days. But since tonight, it's probably gonna be a light show. Probably be a light show. I probably gonna have too many people, coming back and forth to this junk. I'm not gonna be on here long, but at the same time, I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna collect my thoughts and shit. I'm basically just finna sit here and talk to myself because shit. Talk to myself, and whoever, the few people that come through this junk. Cause I know this ain't my normal time and I know I'm late. And I know it's a weekday. People gotta go to sleep, people got jobs and shit. Motherfuckers gotta get up. So I'm gonna take my time today so I could thoroughly express my goddamn thoughts on this so I can get what I'm saying out correctly. So now back to my point. Before I put y'all on hold. Now, I don't quite remember what the fuck exactly I was saying, but I know the base of this video and what I want, to get across with making this video. So Terrence Crawford, said a couple things today that caught my eye. One was, again, he don't believe that the Earl Spence fight gonna happen, and that Canelo's resume is smoke and mirrors. And it's funny that Terrence Crawford is the one that said Canelo Alvarez resume is smoke and mirrors, because one of the knocks against Terrence Crawford himself is that his resume is smoke and mirrors. And then it's some people that feel like that Canelo Alvarez has the best resume in boxing. And me personally, I myself think Canelo Alvarez has a good resume. I don't think at all that Canelo Alvarez has a bad resume. I think Canelo has a good resume. I think that Canelo Alvarez resume has to be broken down into context, though. Because Canelo, on the outside looking in, if you go straight by, the namesake, Canelo, does have the best resume in boxing. And now I'm not saying that he doesn't have a good resume. We picking, we nitpicking right now. We talking about the best resume in boxing. Canelo Alvarez has a good resume, and if you look at it, from the surface, Canelo Alvarez does have, a great resume, if not the best resume in boxing. But if you really get into Canelo Alvarez's resume, and you break down like the timing of the fights, and not just the names of the fighter, but the timing in which that he fought these fighters, you'll get to see that you'll start to notice that there's a pattern in the style of fighter that Canelo fights, and there's a pattern in when Canelo fights, a certain style of fighter. Like on the surface, Canelo, just to shoot off some names, you could say Danny Jacobs, Triple G, Austin Trout, Lara, Larry Lara, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo got a lot of guys on his resume, you know what I'm saying? Canelo got a lot of guys on his resume. But once you dig into it, you could say, some people feel like that he lost the Austin Trout fight. I don't feel like he lost the Austin Trout fight, but it's people that feel like he lost the Austin Trout fight. It's people that feel like that he lost both Triple G fights. I don't feel like he lost both Triple G fights. I feel like the first fight with Triple G was extremely close, and I feel like the second fight was with Triple G, he won easily. But it's people that feel like he lost a fight or both fights, or even both fights in the Triple G saga. It's people who feel like that Lara beat him. I do feel like Lara beat him. I don't feel like Trout or Triple G beat him neither time, but I do feel like Lara beat him. Some people feel like he lost to, but yeah, some people feel like he lost to Lara. Some people feel like he lost to Triple G. Some people feel like he lost to Austin Trout. Renee Box Young, shout out my brother Renee Box Young coming through here. Shout out Renee Box Young. Renee Box Young, appreciate you coming through this. I'm finna give you a wrench, Renee. I normally don't go on this late. I'm just on this late because I didn't go on yesterday, so I want to make sure that I did go on today. So I'm on today. So I'm here and I'm gonna go and speak my piece. I'm finna give you a wrench, Renee Box Young, because I know exactly who you are anyway. You know what I'm saying? I know this might be your first time, but don't make it your last time coming through this joint. I appreciate you coming through this joint, my LDBC brother. Shout out to you. If you could, whether you stay long or not, would you like the joint? You know how that shit go. You know how that shit go. But I'm on here cooking. I'm on here just cooking. And tonight, I said I'm gonna take my time. I said I'm not gonna be on here long, but I'm gonna take my time so I could get across everything that I want to get across, because I want to make sure that I'm not saying the wrong stuff. For sure, Renee. I said I want to make sure that I'm saying the right stuff. But you know, it's some people that feel like for sure. It's some people that feel like Canelo lost the Triple G fight. I don't feel like he lost either Triple G fight. Some people feel like he lost the Austin Trap fight. I don't feel like he lost the Austin Trap fight. I do feel like that Lara beat him. As we all know, he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Some people I don't necessarily think that Daniel Jacobs is a top win, but there are people that feel like Daniel Jacobs is a top win. So I give him the Daniel Jacobs win. So he's got wins over some of the top guys, but a lot of his biggest wins are, surrounded in controversy. Some even feel like he might have lost some of his big wins. You know what I'm saying? And then there are some people that feel like there's people that Canelo ducked and didn't fight along his career, and there are some people that feel like that Canelo is still, ducking out on good fights in his career, like still today. Warren to God, salute my brother, Warren to God. Shout out Warren to God for coming through here. I'm finna give you a wrench, Warren to God. I think I seen you in here before. Warren to God. So I'm gonna give you a wrench. Don't make this your last time. Come on back through this joint if you can. Could you like that jump for me? You don't gotta be here long. If you ain't gonna be here long, depending on how much time you got. If you gonna be here for a minute, if you ain't, if you could real quick, just like that jump for me. I highly appreciate that. I just gave you a wrench. I made you a moderator. Don't be a stranger to the page. Make sure you keep coming back. This normally ain't my regular time, but tonight I went ahead and came on because I didn't come on yesterday, and I couldn't miss 2 days in a row where I didn't give you guys a video or a live stream. So I said I'm gonna go on live stream tonight. I said I'm not gonna be on long, but I said I'm gonna take my time so I can get my point across, so I'm not misunderstood in what I'm saying tonight, which is why I made the title what I made it. So okay, appreciate that one. I appreciate that one. Shout out one God. I knew I seen your name before. I knew your name had looked familiar. But yeah, I don't think Canelo lost any of those controversial fights that some people think that he lost. I only fight I think that he lost is Lara. I think there were close fights, but I had Canelo edging out all those fights. But I also am not the one that's going to tell you that Canelo Alvarez has the best resume in boxing, because I'm one to believe that there's some guys that Canelo didn't fight, and I'm also want to believe that Canelo, there are certain wins that Canelo hand picked. Like there are some timing wins on his resume, and I forget the Kovalev win. That's a big name, another big name on Canelo's resume. And just to start there, I feel like the fight with Kovalev, was a well-timed, well-picked fight. Although Kovalev is a great fighter in his own right, he is a good fighter. He is a good fighter of our time, and he only had losses to Andre Ward, before he lost to Canelo Alvarez, in which I feel like he was winning that Canelo fight before he got knocked down, but he was winning it in the sense to where it was only a matter of time before Canelo Alvarez stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Canelo avoided Demetrius Andre. I feel like Canelo avoided Jamal Charlo. And I feel like Canelo handpicked the Kovalev win. There are some that feel like Austin Trap beat him. There are some that feel like Lara beat him. There are some that feel like Triple G beat him. You know what I'm saying? So you could say that Canelo has the best resume, but then again, if somebody like me wants to get into the context and to start to looking into it, I could Kovalev also got knocked out by Elder Alvarez in the first fight. Right. So, I mean, You know, but I'm giving him credit, Renee Box Young. I'm giving him credit for the Kovalev win. I'm just, you know, nitpicking the timing in which he actually fought Kovalev. You know, the time in the time when he fought Kovalev, there were better guys at 175 than Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? There are, you know, a few better guys than Kovalev at the time that he fought Kovalev. You know what I mean? And Kovalev was past his prime. Andre Ward had already, you know, defeated the best Kovalev. You know what I mean? But Kovalev did beat Anthony Yard. So I'm not gonna completely dismiss the win, but I'm not giving him the credit. I'm not giving him full Kovalev credit for the win. Seen and unseen boxing. Salute my brother SouthernTea and salute to the chat. Shout out Seen and Unseen Boxing. I know I seen your name before somewhere, Seen and Unseen Boxing. So I don't know if this is your first time here, but don't make it your last time. I'm finna give you a wrench. Come on back. I don't know if you're gonna be here long or how long you gonna be here, or you know, you could be at work if you got time or not. But you know, depending how long you gonna be here, because you go ahead, you know, like the you know, hit the like button for me if you could. You know, I highly appreciate that. Again, it's not my regular time, but I'm going on tonight because I missed yesterday and I didn't want to miss 2 nights in a row. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come on tonight. And like I said again, I'm not gonna be on long tonight, but I'm gonna take my time and get my point across so everybody can fully understand what I'm getting at. I don't want this video to come off as Canelo Alvarez hate, because it's not. I'm simply just, you know, yeah, I just told him about you. Okay, fact. Okay, man, okay, I appreciate this. Unseen boxing said, all night family, let's work. For sure. But yeah, I'm not a Canelo Alvarez hater. I'm simply here, you know, just, you know, to give you another perspective of you know, how people, another perception of how people are looking at these things. You know what I mean? Because, you know, just like some people can say Canelo has the best record, other people, like I'm doing right now, could see, you know, and dissect and break down his record. So, which brings me to my point. Like, I feel like Canelo, the problem I have with Canelo Alvarez is I feel like he went into his Floyd Money Mayweather stage a little too early. I feel like after Canelo had that close fight with Lara, I feel like after he had, you know, he had to fight with Trout, he had to fight with Lara. I kind of felt, you know, he had to fight with Floyd. I kind of felt like Canelo decided that he was going to, you know, lessen. I feel like Canelo decided that he was going to lessen his journey from here on out. You know, I feel like he was going to, you know, for lack of a better term, take the Floyd Money Mayweather route and, you know, just take the biggest fights with the least amount of risk. You know what I'm saying? But the problem that I have with that was that Floyd Mayweather decided to do that, you know, from 35 to the end of his career. You know what I mean? I feel like Canelo decided to do this from 25 to the end of his career. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Canelo started his victory walk way too early. You know, I feel like we giving Canelo a pass for taking certain fights. And I understand that Canelo can, you know, Canelo has earned the right to fight anybody he wants to. Canelo has earned the right to fight or not fight anybody he wants to. But Canelo is only 30 years old. You know what I mean? Canelo has been fighting or not fighting anybody he wants to for the last 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? He's only 30 years old. I kind of feel like, you know, when I say we, I mean the fans are giving Canelo his victory lap way too early. You know what I mean? I feel like he said, nah, he a duck. I'm trying not to go that route, Warner God. I'm trying not to go that route. Renee Box Young said, that's true, SouthernTea. Many see it like that. A lot would like to see Canelo fight other names, but I definitely respect his skills. Yeah, I can't knock the guy. I can't knock his skills. He's one of the best fighters to ever put gloves on. But Warner God said, nah, he a duck. Right. I'm trying not to go there, rap. I'm trying to be unbiased, you know, so people won't feel like that this is all Canelo hate, because it's not coming from a place of Canelo hate. I don't hate none of these boxers, but Dylan White. Dylan White, the only boxer I hate. I can't stand Dylan White because he talks too much shit. Seen and unseen boxing. Canelo finds every crack and crevice to slide in. Yeah, man. And right, seen and unseen. Right, seen and unseen. Yeah. It just, I feel like Canelo kind of started his victory lap. Yeah, his recent resume is shit, one to God. Yeah, his recent one to God. One to God said, I feel you, but his recent resume is horrible. Yeah, his recent resume is shit. You know, and what I'm saying is Floyd didn't start doing this until Floyd was like 35, 36. Canelo been doing this since he was like 26, man. And I feel like everybody gives him a pass. This is what people say about his recent resume, one to God. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. This is what people say about his recent resume. Canelo gave you 3 fights within a year already. We should be praising everybody to be like Canelo. Well, if you were fighting the competition level that Canelo has been fighting, you'll be able to give us 3 fights too. If you fight Callum Smith and you fight Yair Durham, you could add a Billy Joe at the end of that, because your hardest competition probably gonna be Billy Joe at the end of that. Yair Durham was a walkthrough, you know. Callum Smith was a tall punching bag for you. You know what I mean? So Renee Box Young said, "Seen the unseen facts, bro. Every crack and carries you can still be able to." Yeah, one of God. Yeah, but he fought. Yeah, but he fought at least someone who was known. Yeah, yeah. The Yair Durham fight was hard to stomach. Hold on, I'm gonna let my dog outside. Yeah, so I'm giving him full credit. I'm giving him. Renee Box Young said maybe if he cleans 168, he'll probably go for them names the community wants to see. You said so until he's on 30. Yep, facts. Facts. And the thing is, I'm starting the judgment of Canelo Alvarez's year with Billy Joe Saunders. I give him a pass. I give him a pass for Callum Smith because Callum Smith had a belt. But I'm starting his challenges at Billy Joe. If he go Billy Joe, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, then I'm happy with Canelo. Then he really can ride off into the sunset. You know what I mean? Because with all that he's done with a unification, with Undisputed at 168 and the Benavidez or Charlo win, I have no problem with what Canelo has done. Canelo, like you said, Renee Box Young, Canelo is still 30. He got time to salvage all the naysayers and shut up all the naysayers. Well, because it's a lot of people like me who feel like Canelo Alvarez is is trying to mimic Floyd Mayweather in the way that he's approaching his boxing fights, but he going about it the wrong way. Pretty boy Floyd Pretty boy Floyd and Money Mayweather are two different, things, are two different fighters. Which brings me to my next point. Renee Box Young said, and if I recall, he recently said on Hot Boxing with Mike that he wants to box 7 more years. Yeah, he can't box 7 more years at the rate he is now, you know, fighting the fights he fighting now, fighting the people he fighting now, he can't box 7 more years doing what he doing now. Wait, let me let my dog back in. Yeah, it's like he wanted to skip. It's like he fought Floyd Mayweather, and he wanted to skip the Pretty Boy Floyd stage. You know, where Floyd was fighting out, you know, like Corrales and Sugar Shane and Oscar and you know all those guys before he started. You know, the Andre Bertos and the Conor McGregors and all that shit. Like I was saying, it's like we praise Canelo, right? We praise Canelo for what he doing, and we ignore JerMELL Charlo for what he doing when JerMELL Charlo been taking tough fights his whole career. JerMELL Charlo was put up. Peep this, y'all. JerMELL Charlo was signed to Golden Boy, right? You know, Golden Boy is ran by Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. JerMELL Charlo early in his career, I don't think JerMELL Charlo had 20 fights yet. This was before JerMELL Charlo ever had a title defense, a title shot, before JerMELL Charlo was even thought about, you know, winning the belt. JerMELL Charlo was put up against the company that he works for, nephew. He was put up against Demetrius Hopkins in a fight that I feel like that JerMELL Charlo was supposed to lose, and JerMELL Charlo won. JerMELL Charlo also had beat a guy that Triple G beat for a belt, for a vacant belt in I can't think of his name, Vinicius. I think his name was Vinicius, and JerMELL Charlo beat him. JerMELL Charlo beat him in a close fight, but he got the win nonetheless. And JerMELL Charlo beat Vinicius. I can't think of his name. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but he beat Vinicius years ago. And I feel like at that time, Charlo was put in that fight to lose. He beat a guy at 154. JerMELL Charlo beat a guy at 154 in 2015 that Triple G beat in 2018 at 160. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and then you add the fact that JerMELL has knocked out JerMELL has knocked out former champions in his division. JerMELL has knocked out, you know, Golden Glove prospects in his division. You know, JerMELL has pretty much answered every single call that has been, you know, asked of JerMELL Charlo. And people are just now starting to act like that JerMELL Charlo exists. You know what I mean? JerMELL Charlo had one of the hardest routes in boxing, basically what I'm getting at. Like some of his early fights, most people would have lost. The average fighter would have lost JerMELL Charlo fight long ago, his early fights. JerMELL Charlo been beating the odds his whole career. He been beating the odds, which is why he had to leave Golden Boy in the first place. You know what I mean? JerMELL Charlo's route to stardom is the exact opposite of Canelo's and most people's route to stardom. People just now starting to give JerMELL Charlo his respect, to tell you the truth, after he won the 3 belts. But JerMELL Charlo been, you know, beating the odds for a minute. I just told you he beat his own company's nephew. He beat Demetrius Hopkins. He beat Demetrius Hopkins in the fight that he was put in to lose. I feel like they put him in there way too early against Vinicius, I think. Vinicius is his name, I think. Triple G beat him in 2018. JerMELL fought that guy back in 2015. JerMELL fought a guy that was competing for titles at 160 in 2018. He fought him in 2015. You know what I mean? Early in his career. Why is, if you look at Canelo Alvarez's first 20 fights and you look at JerMELL Charlo's first 20 fights, you will see exactly what I'm talking about and how like their careers, they walk to stardom was completely different. It's like people like to make it's like people will tell you that Canelo Alvarez has the best resume in boxing, and they'll tell you that JerMELL Charlo hasn't fought anybody. Well, on the surface, yes, if you just look at the names without taking into context, you know, everything about the names, yes, Canelo Alvarez on the surface has a better record than JerMELL Charlo. But when you really dive deep into the record and you take into context the times of the fights, the stages of these fighters' career when these fights were happening, JerMELL Charlo has a better record than Canelo Alvarez. When you take into consideration that, you know, he's fighting, you know, the tougher competition at the time. You know, he's fighting guys in their prime. Canelo fighting a lot of names, but a lot of the names are outside their prime. You know what I mean? And then when Canelo was fighting the names in their prime, the Austin Trouts, the Laras, you know, the Triple G1, Triple G2, you know, it's controversy around a lot of his big wins. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I want to be sure about exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm finna go to Box Rec for you. And I'm finna look at JerMELL Charlo record. And the fights that I want to talk about exactly. Like early in JerMELL Charlo's career, they were putting him in fights that he shouldn't have been in. A fighter, Computer Raw still got me. Yeah, I try not to even hit on. I try not to even hit on it because I don't even want to, you know, talk bad about him or, you know, drag his name for that. I'm strictly talking about his choice of fights. But since we own it, the fact, look, that was after the Triple G first fight, right? I thought that he won the first fight, and then you go and take the fucking Computer Raw shit and pop dirty for steroids. So that means you felt like you needed a boost when I, as a fan, felt like you won a fucking fight and you was gonna win the second fight. Why did you even feel like Canelo Alvarez, the best boxer in the world, pound for pound? Why did you even feel like you needed to fucking take Computer Raw to beat Canelo Alvarez when people like me believe that you won the first fight and was gonna win the second fight any goddamn way? Yeah, okay. I'm finna walk you through this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, you 17 fights. You 17. JerMELL Charlo. Alex Alberto G, what's good, my G? Mexican Garfield just picking out his favorite lasagna. Warren the God crazy. Mexican God. I don't know why y'all comments coming up so late too. My bad, y'all. Unseen boxing, yep. But I give G the first fight. See, and I gave Canelo the first fight. You know what I mean? So, you know, it just, you know, it's a dispute is what I'm saying. Like, you could say that he got the best resume, but once you really get into it, you could start picking anybody's resume apart. You could prep up anybody's resume, and you could pick apart anybody's resume. And Canelo make it real easy for you to pick apart his resume once you really focus in on it. It's 11:52 in my city, bro. I know I'm on late, bro. I only came on because I didn't come on yesterday, and I want to come on today because I ain't come on yesterday. But yeah, look, JerMELL Charlo's 17th fight, he fights Dennis Douglas. In his 17th fight, he fights Dennis Douglas. So he's 17-0 fighting Dennis Douglas. Then you skip up a couple more fights, 25-1-1. He fighting the guy, Harry Joe Yorgi, at 25-1. This 2013. You gotta think JerMELL Charlo is only 30 years old. In 2013, he fighting the guy 25-1. His next fight after that, he fights Demetrius Hopkins. Demetrius Hopkins runs the company that he works for, Golden Boy Promotion at this time, and he fights his nephew. Y'all think that they put JerMELL in that fight to win? That's exactly Renee Box Young. He fought top guys. I think they was putting him in some of them fights to lose, and he still found the way to win some of them fights. I'm not one to believe that they put him in there against Demetrius Hopkins' nephew and expected him to win that fight. It's 1 p.m. in Florida. Yeah, my bad, bro. I'm Central Time standing too. Man, y'all niggas up late. I'm up late. It's 11:54 here. And now he wants to fight another champ in his prime, which is Castano. Yeah, Castano. Yeah, I don't know if it's Castano or Castano. I think it's Castano. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he always taking these tough fights. And then people sleep one fight after that, after he beat Demetrius Hopkins, a fight in which I think that they put him in to lose. He beat Gabriel Rosado. And some people, people give Canelo Alvarez credit for beating Danny Jacobs. Some people feel like Gabe Rosado beat Danny Jacobs. And JerMELL Charlo at 154 beat Gabriel Rosado in like his 23rd fight. Like his 22nd fight, he beat Gabe Rosado, who's a contender at 160. JerMELL Charlo did. He beat these guys early. Chris Bellamy, after he beat Gabe Rosado, he goes and beats another 24-1 fighter, Chris Bellamy. Like, JerMELL was beating vets when he was, a rook. And yeah, I can't. And then look, now I'm feeling like at this point, JerMELL didn't beat Hopkins at 33-2-1. He didn't beat Gabe Rosado at 21-6. He didn't beat Charles Bellamy at 21-4. He didn't beat Mario Lozano at 30-6. Now they put him in the ring with a guy that's 35-1 in Venus. How y'all say his name? Martroson. Vinicius Martroson. But this is in 2014. Triple G fought this guy in 2018 at 160, and JerMELL beat Venus Martroson in 2015. In 2014. I feel like Amanda Sereno has a better resume than both of them. Stop it. I ain't gonna play with you, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like that they trying to make JerMELL lose. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like that he was in these fights to lose, because why is he fighting these guys so early in his career? And then you go John Jackson, Charles Handley, Erickson Lubin, Austin Trout, Tony Harrison, Jorge Cota, Tony Harrison, Jay Henson Rosario. Marta Rosen. Yeah, that guy seen and unseen. I knew somebody was gonna know who I was talking about. JerMELL Charlo beat that guy in 2015 at 154. And Triple G fought him in 2018 at 160. What does that say about JerMELL Charlo? But people tell you that JerMELL Charlo resume is wet. When JerMELL Charlo, they had one of the hardest routes to stardom in boxing. JerMELL Charlo took the pretty boy floor away. It's two different floors. It's Money Mayweather and it's Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy wasn't no fucking joke. Pretty Boy was whooping ass and taking names. Pretty Boy was stopping motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It was a different thing. It wasn't just money. I feel like Canelo is getting too fat, fixated on Money Mayweather, and he leaving out the Pretty Boy section of it. You know what I'm saying? If you asking somebody like me, JerMELL Charlo resume is top notch. Because resume is more than just names. You could pick names at a certain time. If let's just say Errol Spence not 100% from his car wreck. You could say, and let's say Danny Garcia won the fight. Danny Garcia will have Errol Spence's name on his resume. But if you look into context, you know Errol Spence damn near fucking died in a car wreck. That's why Danny Garcia got him on his resume. But Errol won that fight, despite the fact that he almost died in a fucking car wreck. You know what I mean? So it's context. From the surface, you can look at it and be like, oh shit, Trap, Triple G, Danny Jacobs, Floyd Mayweather, Austin Trout, Kovalev, you know what I mean? Billy Joe Saunders. You can look at it and be like, oh yeah, Canelo got a better record. But if you really get down into it, he beat Danny Jacobs. He beat Danny Jacobs without a question. Some people feel like he lost both Triple G fights. Some people feel like he lost Austin Trap fight. I feel like he lost the Lara fight. You know what I'm saying? Once you get right into it, once you get down into it, you know, it get a little questionable. Depending on how you look at it. Does Billy Joe Saunders? No, not to me, Alex Alberto G. Billy Joe Saunders' record is shit. But I think Billy Joe Saunders is a good fighter. I think his record is shit, but I think Billy Joe is a good fighter. I think Canelo Alvarez has one of the best resumes in boxing. I don't feel it's the best resume in boxing, and I feel like if you take a deeper look into it, you could argue it to be even lower. Yeah, Danny done messed up thinking he was going to catch Spence vulnerable. Yeah, you know what I mean? And shout out to Danny, because I like Danny too. Danny got popped. Danny a real fighter. Danny, a real fighter. Danny ain't scared to fight nobody either. Danny Garcia got a hell of a resume when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia got some of the biggest names in boxing on his resume too. Since we don't know resumes and shit and what they look like from the surface versus when you look into them type shit, you know, Danny Garcia got a hell of a resume. Yep, Renee Boxon. Renee Boxon, you know boxing, my brother. You know, I knew you knew boxing, though, but you know boxing, my brother. Yep. He do. He got skills. He talented. I'm gonna say this again. I'm starting Canelo Alvarez's job at Billy Joe Saunders. Canelo Alvarez ain't had a hard fight since goddamn Austin Trout and Lara. You know what I'm saying? Shit like, around that time. He could have fought Charlo, could have fought either Charlo, 154, 160, could have fought Andrade. You know what I mean? Could have been fought Billy Joe. You know what I mean? Could have fought Caleb Plant for the belt that he fought Caleb Smith for. You know what I mean? Could have fought Caleb Plant then. You know what I'm saying? Could have fought, Benavidez. Could have gave him a shot at his belt back. But he came and fought, Callum Smith. And they just threw the WBC belt in there with it for him. Hey, Alex Alberto G said, which is a better win? Eubank Jr. or Lemieux. I say Eubank Jr. If Billy Joe, Renee box Young, if Billy Joe boxes against Canelo as he did against Lemieux, he can do well against Canelo. Yeah. Yep. But the thing is, if Billy Joe come in there, Renee, looking like he looked against goddamn Martin Mary, he gonna get his ass stopped. He looked horrible in his last fight. Billy Joe Saunders did. That was the worst Billy Joe. He need to leave that Billy Joe Saunders at the house. Yeah, Billy got a chance. I give Billy about a I give Billy about a 65-35 chance. I give Billy about a 65-35 chance to get him. Something like that. The best Billy Joe Saunders, maybe I give him 60-40, 50-50, something like that. The best Billy Joe Saunders. But ain't no telling with Billy, man. Billy a wild card. Facts. Billy Joe really has to focus. But the way Billy Joe has been talking lately, I feel he won't be ready for Canelo. I seen a picture of Renee Box, yo. I seen a picture of him where he looked like he was in pretty good shape. Now, I don't know if, that's fool's gold or what, but I seen a picture of him where, he was in, he looked good. Physically he looked good. I don't know where he at mentally. Really, with Billy Joe, it's more so, a pure thing than it is a physical thing. And it can still be a physical thing with Billy Joe, you know what I mean? But I think it's more a mind thing with Billy Joe. Yeah, I give Billy Joe a 30% chance, maybe 40. Yes, some shit like that, somewhere up in there. Seen and unseen boxing. Billy Joe getting cooked in the microwave. Fast. He got his ass cooked. He got cooked. In the great AB voice. Yeah, Billy a wild card. Yeah, Billy a wild card. Billy can look like Billy can look like one of the best boxers in boxing one fight, and then the next fight look like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Billy Joe just wild like that, man. I think if you come in there bullshit, Renee, yeah. If you come in there bullshit, yeah. Billy Joe gotta be the best Billy Joe he can be in that ring against Canelo for him to have a chance. He got to be the best Billy Joe that he can be. He can't come in there with no half step and nothing like that. No half stepping could be done that night if you want to be Canelo. Zero. But y'all know what I think? I don't think Canelo go fight Caleb Plant. I think some bullshit gonna happen. I think he gonna end up taking a super fight or something like that, another fight or something like that. I don't think he gonna fight Caleb Plant. Seen and unseen boxer said Billy ain't been the same since his drug scandal. Billy is always on the drug scandal. Billy be higher than me. And y'all see how I be getting. But Billy ain't smoking what I'm smoking. Billy smoking what I'm smoking times 20 in that motherfucker. Billy always, Billy drug scandal is he always on drugs. To a certain extent, Billy reminds me of AB as the skills, but doesn't take Willie. Hey, Hey, Renee Box Young, look. Everybody, Renee Box Young. I don't know if you know, but pretty much everybody know who come through here how I feel about AB. AB versus everybody. And you know what? You ain't lying, man. AB in the sense, yeah, but the shit that Billy Joe do and say and shit is fucking disgusting. AB ain't on his level disgusting outside of the ring, but yeah, they got some similarities. But Billy Joe a whole nother level of fucked up human being. You know what I'm saying? The Adrian Broner. But yeah, I know exactly what the fuck you saying. I know what you're saying, Renee. Yeah, I know what you're saying. He said Billy Joe up there with the red lights. Man, Billy Joe be Billy Joe be on there, Billy Joe. Yeah. I'm riding down Renee Box Young. AB versus everybody. Y'all ain't seen me on Blue Blood on there, AB versus everybody. I be every time Kirk get the talking that shit about AB, y'all be seeing me in there. Y'all know I got two pages. I got SouthernTea and I got Skinny Hardaway. Y'all go see one of them pages on there and that comment with anybody, any of the LDBC people. Whenever they get talking about AB, you for sure go see me in that motherfucker. Yeah, that's the only boxer where I know that I'm biased about, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck about it. That's who I ride with. I'm an AB fan. I fell in love with AB back in the day from them 140 on up days, seeing AB destroy motherfuckers and all that shit. Like I've been around AB for the longest. AB was in the Hall of Fame before your favorite boxer. AB was in the Hall of Fame at 27, and your favorite boxer still trying to get in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Renee Box Young. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm Skinny Hardaway. Yeah. AB was in the Hall of Fame. AB was in the Hall of Fame before your favorite boxer. Oh, AB was in the Hall of Fame before your favorite boxer was what the fuck I be saying? AB was in the Hall of Fame at 27. Your favorite boxer still trying to get in. Yeah, what's up, B deal? For sure, man. Yep. AB can have two primes, man. AB had a prime when he was younger. I said AB. AB had a prime from what? 22 to what? 26, 27, from 22 to 27. And then, he had, he having a little rough patch. But AB could have another prime on the back end, man. AB could have two primes. Just like Canelo. Canelo could have two primes. He could have the first prime, Floyd, the little time after Floyd where he had to run all the good fights and shit, the Danny Jacobs, the Austin Trouts, the Lauras, up in there that little time. And he could come back right now and hit us with a Billy Joe Saunders, a Caleb Plant, and the Benavidez or Charlo, or a Benavidez and a Charlo, or Boo Boo Andre and you know what I'm saying? Or go up to 75 and fight one of them guys, a B-Vol or Benavidez. Shit, go up to 75 and fight goddamn. It don't fucking matter who you fight. Fight Marcus Brown. He can, whatever he gonna do, just give us about 2-3 good fights after Billy Joe. You give us 2-3 good fights after Billy Joe Canelo, you won't hear another word from me, goddamn. And I'm pretty sure that the public won't be able to say shit either. Won't be able to say shit either. Nah. I'm from Memphis, seen nothing. Everybody think I'm from Ohio, though. Everybody think I'm from Ohio. My co-host from Ohio, and I fuck with AB. Everybody think I'm from Ohio. And LeBron, my favorite player. I'm from Memphis, though. I'm from Memphis. I'm down here, in the city that's in the country. I'm down here in the city country. I'm down here in the only city, around number country. down here in Memphis, Tennessee. But yeah, he earned his stripes, man. Hey, be legit, man. Hey, be legit. I need AB fight everybody. You know, AB take all the fights. You know what I'm saying? AB got one. AB one of those guys too with the good resumes. When you look at his resume, he got a great resume and all that shit too. When you look at the names and shit on his resume, AB got a good resume too. AB got a good resume too. Yeah, I'm from Memphis. Yep. I messed with them boys on Ohio, so from Ohio though. I messed with them boys. Bro, you like the countryside. Yeah, it's cool in Memphis. You know, Memphis ain't necessarily like the rest of Tennessee or, like, Mississippi or, Kentucky and all that. Memphis is a little city in Tennessee. Memphis, is a city. We work like a city. But if you go 10 minutes too far that way, or if you go 10 minutes too far that way, it's going to get real country real quick. And if you go 20 minutes too far that way, you better watch where you turn because you'll end up on the back road to Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you just can't go too far that way or you can't go too far that way when you're in Memphis, Tennessee, or you won't be in Memphis, Tennessee no more. But, yeah, we ain't quite – we country in our tone and our tone and our walk and our talking shit, but our way of living in Memphis ain't, typical Tennessee living. You know what I mean? It ain't typical Tennessee living, our way of living. But we country though for sure. It's for sure country, Renee. Where you from, Renee? Where you from, Renee? Yeah, Memphis is a little city. We're a little city in the country, but we country too, though. We a little city in the country, but we country too. Yep. We don't got that. We don't got that many dirt roads and and all that shit down here. Fuck around, get fucked around. Yeah. Yeah. Saying no, saying yep. Exactly. Gotta watch where you going. But we got casinos down here. We got the casino right across the bridge in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? We got West Memphis, Arkansas. With the casino. You know what I'm saying? We kind of relative right here. I grew up on the West Coast in AZ, bro. Yeah, for sex. Yeah, for sure. Facts. You see the city for sure. Been living in Mexico for about 14 years now. Are you in Mexico? That's what's up, man. Hey, Renee. Question. You in Mexico. You been living in Mexico 14 years, right? Do the Mexicans what American fighter do the Mexicans mess with the most? You know what I'm saying? But I've been okay, I get that. He is in 3-6 Mafia. Yep. Hey, in 3-6 Mafia. Yep. They from North Memphis. 3-6 Mafia, Yo Gotti, Kia Shine. They from North Memphis. But you might know Moneybag Yo, Black Youngster, Pooh Shiesty, Young Dolph. They from South Memphis. But yep, they all from Memphis though. Yep. 3-6 Mafia, Juicy J, Project Pat, DJ Paul, Country Black. Yeah, they from North Memphis. I got family in West Memphis, Arkansas. Yep. West Memphis, Arkansas, right across the bridge. Like, bro, look, the part of Memphis that I'm in, West Memphis, Arkansas, is literally like 6 minutes from me. The part of Memphis I'm in, West Memphis, Arkansas, is 6 minutes from me that way. Mississippi is like 4 minutes from me that way. You know what I mean? I live in Westwood in Memphis, Tennessee. My area would be Westwood. I live in the South Memphis part, Southwest Memphis part. I live in South Memphis too. I'm in the Southwest Memphis part. I live in Westwood. We really just a city in the woods. Like it really should be woods all around us, but they built the city in this motherfucker. That's why we ain't got no fucking service out here. That's a good question. Remember the guy Mayweather, even though he retired, it's amazing. Spencer Bud among Mexican media I had regard to. Okay, yeah, I just was wondering what the media like. Mo Boxing and 1-2 Pivot, they from the UK. They be coming on here. I be asking them about, the American fighters in the UK and shit too. Or like how they perceive them. How they perceive them and shit. I just be trying to see relative to where people be at, how the American fighters scene, like who are the known American fighters type shit. That's all I was trying to see. It's good though. I'm glad to hear that Spencer Bud, Spencer Bud, known out there by that like Spencer Bud. That's a plus. Thought I had. And Chavez Sr. is a legend, as he should be. A lot look at Canelo kind of sideways to Mexico amongst those who know boxing here. Why they look at Canelo sideways? For real? Why they look at Canelo sideways? They look at Canelo sideways in Mexico? I thought Mexicans love Canelo. They don't love Canelo? They love Canelo. It's probably just a lot. It's probably like a Floyd Mayweather thing, huh? He get a lot of love and a lot of hate. I can see that though. I can see that. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I could see him getting a lot of love and a lot of hate. Like, so I could understand it maybe. Is it the not fighting nobody thing? What is it? Like why? Why they feel like why they look at him like that? But yeah, I could see the Chavez is the best. They was trying to say I seen Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman said on ESPN that Canelo Alvarez was the best Mexican fighter. I was like, no. Senior the best fighter. The best Mexican fighter. They like Canelo, but they regard Morales, Juan Manuel, Chavez, Barrera as more warriors. Yeah. So that's coming kind of just like a Mayweather thing. How people here be like, no, Mayweather ain't the greatest. He ain't Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, and Sugar Ray. All those guys, fought the best guys, and they fought back in the prime boxing area. You know how that shit go. So is that kind of what it's like? Like how people do Floyd Mayweather and shit. Like because he's still boxing because he's still in it. They kind of grade him a little harder, or do you feel like that it's just because they think all them people better fighters? They think Canelo protecting his oath. That's interesting though. Like that's interesting though. I thought everybody just loved Canelo. I thought everybody just loved Canelo over there. Yep, I thought they just loved Canelo over there. Man, look, I know. Damn, my bad, B deal. My bad, B deal. Look, they didn't brainwash me, B deal. They didn't brainwash me. He protected his one. Canelo protected his one, B deal. Damn. Right. You know it's late, man. You know it's late. Man, what time is it here in Memphis? You know it's like 12:23. Yeah, man. Not his fucking O. His goddamn one. Canelo protecting his one. You know, he lost to Floyd. You know, you know, he lost to Floyd. You know, they throw that motherfucker away. Renee Bajan said that's similar resemblance Southern. Yeah, they grand Canelo harder when they compare him to Mr. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I can understand that. I can see that. Cause they don't be giving Earl Spence no credit either. The old heads, the older guys, you know, the older, not mainstream media, like fuck them, their opinion don't even matter. Like, you know, the older generation and shit. They be hard on Earl Spence and Bud Crawford and shit too. Like them folks ain't cold. Like they ain't got it. Man, you know I can't say their name, Renee Bajan. Bernstein, Morales, 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 Chavez Jr., Manuel, Ruiz, Reyes, Lupe Pinto. I'm butchering these folks' name. El Gallo Estrada and more from Mexico have criticized him, man, but they respect him. I butcher all them folks' name. All of them. All of them lying on me. I butchered all them folks' name. Yep. But yeah, that's crazy. You are right. The older generation hard on most fighters of this era. Yeah, man. They be hard on they be hard on our fighters, man. Like they be hard on our fighters. They be hard on our fighters. They be hard on our fighters, man. Yep. They gotta give us. They gotta give us Earl, man. They gotta give us Earl. I ain't hearing it. They gotta give us Earl. You gotta put some respect on Earl Spence's name, man. We gotta put Earl Mayweather. They gotta give us Floyd by default, just because what Floyd did. His zero. He got rich as hell. He beat a lot of good people. You know, he did what he did. He did what he did towards the end of his career, but towards the end of his career, Floyd did his thing though. So, but y'all got to give us Earl too when he said and done. Even though he ain't done yet, he still got shit to do. But I'm putting him in there already because shit, I'm speaking into existence. Like that man real, man. That man real. That man almost died, got up, and he took his mugshot. That man a superhero. Bro, I got it. I'm finna get off Renee Bajan. I'm finna get off. I'm finna get off this jump, bro. In a second, I'm finna get off this jump on everything. I was getting off at 12:30. I promise I was. I like that, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't really showed you mean by that though, but I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate. I know you good people, so I know that ain't coming from a bad place or no shit like that, and I know you mean what the fuck you say. So I appreciate that. But I'm finna get out this jump too, though. No cap, because I just looked down and said it was 12:26, and the shit, it's really finna be 12:30, and I'm sleeping and I'm having motherfuckers on this motherfucker. So, but yeah, just to reiterate my point. All I was saying was it's really how you want to view shit because you could look at Canelo Alvarez resume and you could say it's the best, and you could look at Charlo resume and say it's slaw, and then I could look at Canelo resume and say that motherfucker tainted, and then I could look at JerMELL Charlo resume and say he's supposed to have way more than just one loss, and the one loss he got, I don't even feel like that he lost that fight. So I feel like you could say that he won that fight And then this fight's on Canelo record. I feel like you could say that he lost. And I could say that JerMELL Charlo first 20 fights was hard than the motherfucker. His records was way better than the people that Canelo was fighting his first 20 fights. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's just like, it's really like how you want to view it. It's like we've been making excuses for Canelo so long, this shit, for so long now. They're just a thing to do. I really hear people say, well, Canelo might not be fighting nobody, but at least he just giving us fights. At least he fighting all the time. So boxing thing got so bad to where we just giving Canelo packs for fighting tomato cans every other month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, if you fight somebody that's, you know, a harder fight, more competition, you go get, you know, banged up a little more. So you might take less fights. If Canelo beating up bums, if he beating up 2 bums and taking 1 real fight a year, he can do 3 fights a year because you beating up 2 bums. But let JerMELL Charlo go beat up 3 bums a year, you'll say JerMELL Charlo resume suck because he ain't fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's really my point, man. It's really all about how you look at shit. You know what I'm saying? It's their perception of what you look at. I feel like Canelo is in his Floyd Money Mayweather stage, and I feel like Canelo is only 30, and he been in his Floyd Money Mayweather stage for goddamn 6 years now. And I feel like JerMELL Charlo is pretty boy Floyd because he going out there and he putting in their work. Every day he got his pail, he got his lunch pail, and he got his hard hat, and he going to work. I felt like that he was put in fights that he was supposed to lose a long time ago, and he still won. That's why I'm calling him Pretty Boy Floyd in a sense, because I feel like Floyd was put in some tough fights early in his career, and that's what made him so great, because he had to shine through and get past a lot of tough fights early in his career. You know, them fights that I like to say Floyd lost and shit, you know, when you get to going back and all that. But that's all I got to say, man. I just feel like we need to keep, you know, our opinions unbiased, and if we gonna be on one fighter for reason A, we gotta be on this fighter for reason A. And if we gonna give this fighter a pass for reason B, we gotta give this fighter a pass for reason B, because I feel like it's all about perception. We didn't let everybody put in our heads that Canelo is just God right now, and we later put in our head that JerMELL Charlo ain't fighting nobody, when that's completely not the fucking case and what's going on. Canelo protectors were out in full effect today after what Bud said. Facts, bro. There's really part where the video came from, what Bud said. When I opened up my SouthernTea, that's what I was saying. And I had put on my goddamn Twitter account there, man. People was acting a goddamn fool because of what Bud said. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. And I know it was Bud saying it, and you know, it's people that question Bud resume too, but the shit needed to be said. And I'm glad Bud said it. And you can question Bud resume, because shit, I question Bud resume when we get to picking hers and shit. When we talking about Earl Spence and we talking about, you know, the best versus the best and shit. I could do that if we talking about his shit lately versus Earl Spence shit. Then yeah, I can say that shit. But the shit had to be said what Bud said, and I'm glad somebody said it. And Bud pound for pound king. They've been calling Bud pound for pound king. And I think Bud leaving Top Rank, that's why he be at all the fucking DAZN shows. And I think that's why he started to say whatever the fuck he want to say about Top Rank and everybody else now, because he know he finna lead that motherfucker. So now he can say what the fuck he want to say. I feel like he always felt like Canelo resume one shit and that he was cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the man snapped. Yeah, he snapped and he made the whole goddamn world snap. But he wasn't lying in what he was saying. You can look at his shit and you can dissect his shit and say it's weak. Just like you can look at Bud shit, you can dissect his shit and say it's weak. You can look at Earl shit and say it's weak. But what you can't say is that Earl Spence Prime was weak. Because Earl Spence Prime, he fought none but top fights. And then really, if you look at it, a lot of people that you want to give other people credit for, Canelo, uh, Bud Crawford. Earl Spencer beat them same niggas too. And they'll beat a lot of the niggas on Earl Spence's resume too. But I bet you for sure if all them if Bud and Spence switch resumes, Bud will have a lot harder time coming out undefeated than Earl would have coming out undefeated fighting the folks Bud face. And I bet you that if JerMELL Charlo fight the people that Canelo Alvarez fought at the same time, the shit Canelo Alvarez fought him, hypothetically speaking, JerMELL Charlo, Canelo would have a hard time beating the folks that JerMELL Charlo had to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Canelo not beating no motherfucking Tony Harrison. He not beating no motherfucking Tony Harrison. Ah yeah. I think Bud going to the zone, bro. Yeah. I think Bud going to the zone. Hey, my phone finna die though, man. I finna get the fuck up out of here though. Skinny Hardaway, SouthernTea. I might do a live in the morning, a SouthernTea live in the morning. I might wake up in the morning do one. So if you be up, come through this joint in the morning. I'm gonna do an after for none go on. So shit, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock. If I do one, come on back through this joint. Skinny Hardaway, SouthernTea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but this the present.